Hey people, Intrid here, BB3, Typhon Maya, blue team. A bunch of Imperial fellas. We have Vel with a Lord General fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers. There they are, Derek and Nigel. Can add to the retinue, has a bunch of defense and support. Looks like the Death Korps of Krieg DLC recolored, which is what all the beeps are all about. Alongside, Super Mega Ultra Panda as a Force Commander. Very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. The height map is weird on Typhon Maya, which is why we get these weird steep angles sometimes. And rounding off the team is Selos as a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support, fighting in melee begins with a Refractor Shield. Probably see them throw it up in a second. There you go, can also shoot his own fellas in the head to make them do better stuff. And red team, Plague Champions all around. We got Link and Death. These guys start with ranged weapons doing damage over time, can support, strong utility, and they can get into some melee too, can also repair. This is the Death Guard elite scheme for Death. Rounding off the teams, Scary Skelly Dino Bug is a Hive Tyrant. A durable hero, walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support, fighting in melee by default with a basic synapse. I shall call you Pablo. So Pablo's ripping it up in the south, although they take a bunch of lasgun fire getting in there. Vel with double sentinels, Selos, triple guardsmen, which can work incredibly well with the Lord Commissar, since he can execute them and support them with Aura of Discipline, and also benefit from them with stubbornness and things. Hive Tyrant runs away. In the mid, bunch of heretics dying, which isn't a big surprise. Some Nurgle worship there. Those heretics are too close though, and now they flee. We got some grenade launchers up early for Death. Link went double heretic straight into Havocs. Death has double heretic with CSM in between. Pablo, the Hive Tyrant in the south, going for the Ravener Brood. What's Super Mega Ultra Panda up to? Oh, Force Commander came south. Gonna have to run in a second. Double Termagant shooting him a bit. Yep, runs away. Got shotgun scouts here too. Where are those tactical marines though? They are heading back towards the mid, which is turning blue. The Lord General's lost a fella. I think it's Nigel. Get a new Nigel. Not doing it. Not doing it. Vel did get a heavy weapon squad though. It's 25 power to reinforce one of those initial Stormtrooper fellas. I'm not sure what their DPS is actually. It's probably single digits DPS, but it adds up of course with the other retinue members and the Lord General himself, armed with a bolt gun one-handed by default. That bionic arm he's got. Heretics drawing some fire but having to flee. Heretics with an aspiring champion now, and grenade launchers. These guys with just grenade launchers, but they're all getting suppressed. The Plague Champions operate really well under suppression. It doesn't affect their firing rate or their weapon cooldown, to be more precise, and they can still move around reasonably well. I think they only get slowed by 30% rather than 60% or 65 or something, which is the default. Down in the south, Ravener Brood, as you'd expect really, massive threat to triple guardsmen. They can borrow strike in, send them flying, and then tie them up in melee. Even without their melee upgrade, they'd be really bad news for them in melee. Lord Commissar, no war gear. Force Commander again hanging out in the south and helping, trying to secure this resource lane. If they can push on and get a power bash, you know, it's a big deal. What are the scouts up to? Running away from an angry Hive Tyrant. Pablo, can you kill one? Can't seem to quite get an attack off. Okay, he's given up. Now fights the Force Commander. Double Termagants helping out. They don't have any toxin sacks though. Assault squad on the way for Super Mega Ultra Panda. Pablo trying to tank everything. Ravener Brood come in. Can they kill that Force Commander? Can't quite do it. In fact, Pablo may go down. In which case we'd see a big Synapse backlash, but he didn't go down. He's alright. Lord Commissar also barely escapes. Here's some assistance now from Death. Rocking a Plague Sword. Unique power weapon that ignores melee resistance completely and creates zombies on kill. Very fun. Really good tool to have against this Assault Marine squad. Although he's pretty low on health, this poor Plague Champion level 1 with no other war gear, and his Thinker's going to be taken down. Yep. He should get revived there though. Oh, maybe not actually. That's over the halfway point, isn't it? Assault Squad jumping in on Grenade Launch Heretics, which can do very little against them. So they just run, which was smart. Chaos Space Marines with a ton of war. Dropping a model. Here comes the other Plague Champion with light grenades. There's a throw. Hits nothing. They can maybe get a revive here, but they are kind of isolated. Oh, there's Havocs on the field from Link. Just lost some Heretics, though. There's some Nurgle Worship, and those guys have to flee. Havocs have a reduced melee resistance, only 20% rather than 40%. Tier 2's coming in. Looks like Scary Skelly Dino Bug was the first to go, followed by Link and now Vel. Assault Squad close to dropping a model, maybe. Able to jump and get to safety. They may just retreat to heal up. Force Commander mixing it in. Oh, he's got double Assault Marines. Awesome. That Battle Cry buffing up their damage, of course. More Heretics wiping there, was that? No, one of them gets away. Maybe. Bolt Pistols, 2 hit points. He's alright. Should have jumped. Yeah, should have jumped the other Assault Squad. Rather the Assault Squad again. Because Bolt Pistols probably would have got them even if they didn't get any melee hits. Oh, look at that. Nigel's back. Taking a huge amount of damage, though. Nigel dies again. Get it together, Nigel. Just grenades. Are you an Imperial Stormtrooper or not? Should be able to shrug off a grenade. What's this? Oh, that's the Plague Champion still down. Hive Tyrant is here, though. Gonna get a revive. They have extended carapace for the charge. And they are level 2. Noise Marines on the way now for Link. The double Sentinels still in play, you know. And these the double Assault Marines could really bully things if they're able to get in together. At that point, these guys weren't with the other fellas. Shotgun Blast helps them out, though. And I don't think... Yeah, they didn't drop a model. 393 to 472. Meanwhile, Pablo charged in and now flees. I think it's going to be alright, though. Oh, look at that. Hive Tyrant already up. Probably called in off the global bar by Scary Skelly Dino Bug, and the Plague Champion did get away safely. That's death. With a Blood Crusher on the way. So they're going to have some vehicle armor to deal with on the blue team. They have double missile launcher Sentinels, though. They can already threaten the Blood Crusher. Like they're threatening the Tyrant Guard right now. Excuse me. Still recovering from my cough. Tyrant Guard charging through into the Heavy Weapon Squad and maybe wipes them. Does wipe them. But that's the charge used. Now they are tough. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. So they can shrug off a bunch of this regular piercing damage of the las guns. But they can't do it forever, and now it's plasma guns, and they do not like plasma guns. It goes into shield wall. It did slay the Lord Commissar. It goes into shield wall, which gives it vehicle armor and some health regen. The Sentinels with the crack missiles could shoot it. Ravno Brood coming in to help out. Assault Squad jumping through. They can't really do much with the chainswords. But it is kind of in enemy territory here. Ravna's getting some good DPS. There's those double crack missiles coming in. I'd expect them to have the DPS to out-damage the healing. Yeah, they must. They're doing like 100 damage each. They're not doing it by much, though. Pretty slow fire rate. Oh, missile launch attacks are here now. So they're definitely going to get it done. Down goes the Tyrant Guard. Had a short and violent life. We have a Nurgle Shrine and Nurgle Worship going on. The Nurgle Shrine heals allies and suppresses enemies. Also, will reinforce you if you worship it, which is what is going on over there. Power Fist Force Commanders come to say hello. Heavy melee damage can deal good damage to all targets and has the awesome Flesh Over Steel. Speaking of heavy melee damage, Crushing Claws are up for the Hive Tyrant Pablo. That was a special attack that didn't seem to affect the Assault Squad. I think it's because they recently jumped, which gives them around 4 seconds of knockback immunity to help them, to help their jump kind of not get interrupted and mess them around and stuff. Oh, look at Link. Triple Noise Marines, eh? I guess we're going to get triple Blast Masters. Meanwhile... Oh, Blood Crusher doing some work, eh? Do they have any... Oh, they have double Stormtroopers. They could get anti-armor kit on these guys and deal damage to all targets, including the Blood Crusher. Blood Crushers have vehicle armor and some good heavy melee damage of their own. They're also demons, so worship them to great effect. Uh-oh. Havoc stole the bunker, but it's booby traps. Are they going to set it off? Nope. How are they just going to chuck a grenade in? Well, maybe they did. It did blow up the entire bunker. There's still booby traps here. We have assault kit stormtroopers, so they can't really threaten a Blood Crusher that much. But those sentinels can. And that Force Commander sure can too. Blood Crusher trying to charge and eventually get away. It is under Nurgle worship. No, it's not trying to get away. That thing is just fighting it out. Not going to last too much longer. Heavy weapons squad here. Down goes the Blood Crusher. I think they could have got that guy out of there. Maybe they just want to throw it in for extra pressure and let it die. Another Plague Sword for Link. Well, another Plague Sword. The first one for Link. Tier 3 for Scary Skelly Dino Bug. Might see a Carnifex soonish, but blue team are pushing through that south side. As you can see here. Ogryns smashing little Tyranid skulls around. And they're on the power with flamers and plasma guns and all sorts of things. Those Ogryns should be on that VP, surely. Why are they backing off? Yeah, I think they should have got onto that VP there. Force Commanders. Power fisting some Noise Marines. They all got away, but I think, yeah, they all dropped a model. And they do all have Blast Masters. Can they take the shrine down? They'll get a chunk of red for it. And they're not cheap. They're 15 power, I think, shrines. Force Commander backs off. Actually shouldn't have, because this Plague Champion's kind of alone. Assault Squad jumping in. Got some Imperial Guard support as well. Power Fist takes him out, though. Here's some Mark of Khorne. Chaos Space Marines now for death. They have power melee chain axes with plasma pistols. The aspiring champion gets a melter pistol, which was buffed in 2992, which is out now, by the way. Has some very cool updates to the Ordo Malleus roster in terms of new models and stuff, which I haven't actually seen in action yet. Sticking with this version for now, since I have some replays and stuff. Don't have many replays of the new version. It's usually how I do things. Chaos Space Marines flee. Double Sentinel still going, by the way. Level 3 and level 2. Well played, Vel, so far. This is a bad Blastmaster situation. They might actually disrupt each other. No. Ouch. But they're easy to disrupt for those Assault Marines when they're bunched up like that. He just died. I think an aspiring champion Heretics just died for Link. They've only got triple Blastmaster Noise Marines now. Sneaky Stormtroopers looking for a sneaky grenade. And Basilisk Flare. There's the grenade. Ah, but the flare actually forced them forward there. It's now Sealos with Ogryns and a Power Sword. Lead by example is going off right now. Double Plasma Guardsmen as well, which is very effective against heavy infantry. Those Noise Marines are in big, big trouble. Only one of them survives, I think. Oh, two of them survived. Nope, one of them. One of them just took a while to update on the roster tab there. But we do have some chosen Plague Marines, which is fun. Really good rotation into the mid by Sealos, getting some work done, eh? Hive Tyrant is now here. Gets a revive, gets level 4 out of it. Mark of Khorne CSM show up again, but they are super isolated. Well, now they have a Carnifex friend with a Stranglethorn Cannon. Big burst damage to all targets with a suppression effect. Down goes the Force Commander. That one didn't hit very flush. Oh, here's the Chosen Plague Marines. I thought I just saw a burst of the Icon of Nurgle, but it was just these guys. These fellas have a passive, constant area of effect damage going on. It's like piercing damage every few seconds. Unique to the Plague Champion with power melee that does damage over time, and they can create zombies. They're fun fellas, these guys. Can't take on everything, no. Okay, they have some support coming in. Got a double Heretics. Blastmaster sets up. There's that Carnifex. Noxious Cloud thrown in by one of the Plague Champions. One of their globals. They can control that cloud of filth. Meanwhile, here comes Sealos again. Super Mega Ultra Panda with a Dreadnought on the way. Ogrin's going after the Carnifex. Spore Mines. Oh, the Spore Mines don't suppress now, though, do they? No. Where's the Crippling Poison, fellas? They didn't use it. Carnifex is going to go down, I think. Ogrin still chasing. Mark of Khorne CSM. Can they get a few special attacks to help it out? Oh, the Ogrins ran. The Ogrins ran. Really? They still have over 1,000 hit points. The Carnifex got down to 56 damage. I thought they'd chase that thing through, even if they lost a couple of models, I guess. Sealos was worried about losing all of them. There were CSM in there and Chosen Plague Marines possibly in retreat path. Great Unclean One on the field now for death. Here's the Dreadnought. Do we see an Assault Cannon maybe? I mean, they do have some melee to counter, so maybe they keep it in melee itself. Chosen Plague Marines run. Didn't drop a model though, and did some good work by the look of their XP bar. They do tend to level up quite well because of their constant damage effect, getting little ticks of damage on everything, so they get little bits of XP as it dies. And looking to steal this power or destroy it. Looks like maybe they're undecided. One player wants to bash the gens, the other one wants to steal them. Pablo the Hive Tyrant has shown up with a great unclean friend. But can they get away? Oh, maybe. Lots of close calls in this one, eh? Oh, maybe not. Plasma Cannon said no. Gormagaunt's wipe as well. Great Unclean One is another unit, another Nurgle type unit that has a passive area of effect damage thing going on. Rocket Run in the back. No, he's been locked down. Got Melter Bombed and something else. Oh, double melted, I guess. And we have a multi-melter Dreadnought. A pretty rare thing to see, actually, but very fun. Tyranno formation. Trying to help save the Great Unclean One. Just took a Plasma Cannon shot, 82 hit points. And down it goes. Multi-melter getting it done. The melter damage would have been doing extra to the Great Unclean One with its super heavy infantry armor. These guys gather around a bit because it dies and explodes and heals allies. There it is. It's a big heal, too. That would have also damaged enemies if they were close, and it's huge damage. Chaos Terminator's coming in. Ogrin's coming in. Carnifex is threatened again. So I think he'll be okay. There's that demoralization from those Chaos Terminators as they kill stuff. Big fights brewing in the mid constantly. What is this Dreadnought doing? Oh, he just wiped out the Plague Champion, I think. Dreadnought's been amazing already. A Land Raider Phobos on the way for Link. The two Plague Champions quite depleted, but they are supported by Scary Skelly Dino Bug. Not sure if you want to fight that guy, Mr. Plague Champion. Has no other war gear death. Scouts are wiped. Which may not be a massive deal for Panda. They have tons of red. Oh, maybe it was a massive deal. They just rebought the scouts. I guess they do need to repair the Dreadnought. They have a lot of allies that can repair it. All those guardsmen and stuff. But they went their own way to repair it that they can control, I suppose. The Terminators got an autocannon. I was about to say we may see Panda go tier 3 and throw down some Terminators with all that red, but I guess not. Assault Squad jumping with a Melter Bomb, I suppose. There it is. And then they eat some Plasma Cannon friendly fire. Chaos Terminator's got the decap. Now throw their autocannon fire into those Assault Marines. And then get Plasma Cannon. Doing some good work, that thing. Oh, Terminator's dropped a model, actually. Dropped 2 models. Bloody hell. Oh, it's Bullgrins. How long have they been Bullgrins for? I might have called them Ogrins before. These guys swapped their Ripper guns for Power Mauls. Are they called Power Mauls? Power Mauls and Slab Shields. Gives them more hit points, more damage resistance, and they use your shield ability to get more damage resistance and suppress enemies. Noxious Cloud thrown in, doing some good damage. Not sure how much it actually killed, but here's the Land Raider Phobos anyway. In it. Chaos Predator on the way for death. Kasrkin for Vel on the field. I think they've been on the field for a while. They got plasma guns at the moment to fight that heavy infantry. And the Terminators as well. Did they get reinforced? They are getting reinforced. 40 power. It's not cheap, but they are bloody Terminators. Chaos Pred goes for Mark of Nurgle. And we have a Leman Russ from Vel. Stormblade on the way for Selos. Ravenous try to cap. Plasma Cannon says no. Medical Bunker back here, providing health regen for these guys. They can reinforce off it too. And the Dreadnought's still going. Just got level 2, but that's a new Carnifex with a Venom Cannon. And the Phobos is having a go too. Gets it done. Dreadnought falls. Dirge Caster going off. It's now taking... Oh, look at those Sentinels still going. Level 4. Doing some good damage to Leman Russ doesn't have an upgrade yet. There's the tier 3 for Panda. There's that Nurgle tank. Makes it incredibly tough with melee resistance and some health regen. And stinky autocannon shells. Not sure if those CSM are going to get away, but that is an Imperial Abyss. I don't think they did get away. Imperial Abyss there from one of the Plague Champions. I'm not sure which one. They both have pretty low red right now. More Noise Marines for Link. The Land Raider Phobos has done pretty well so far. And the Hive Tyrant now has a Venom Cannon of his own. Is it a Vanquisher? It is a Vanquisher. Very good at taking down enemy large targets now. Another push from the blue team. Not sure what those Blastmaster fellas were doing, but they promptly died. Flesh over Steel on the Nurgle tank. Force Commander's going after it. Does have that melee resistance, of course. Orbital going in. Phobos actually took a fair bit of damage there, but I think it will avoid the beam blast. Yeah, it avoided the blast. Nurgle tank goes down. Force Commander gets it done. Has a teleporter pack to aid greatly with mobility. 241 to 319. Stormblade is here. Super heavy tank for the guard. Has a plasma blast gun, I believe it's called, which is a hell of a thing. Can't turn it, but once it shoots, you'll see why. I believe it needs to be still to shoot. Still those Sentinels doing work, eh? Still these Assault Marines doing work as well. Level 3 for Panda. Having to run now, but they did push back things and create a bit of space here. It's important to have units that can do that. Create space so you can cap, especially on a meat grinder map like this, where players seem to have little regard for going to the natural victory points. That was a big plasma blast gun shot there. That's a Basilisk Flare. There is a Manticore on the way though. Manticores are good against Land Raiders because they're so big. Can a Leman Russ just finish it off? I think if it pushes in, it might have, especially with Sentinel support. Another Noxious Cloud back there. There's another bunker. Seems to be a repair bunker this time. Another Carnifex on the way for Scary Skelly Dino Bug. Phobos needs to be very careful. What is it doing? That was quite silly from Death. Loses the Land Raider. He must have known there was a Leman Russ there, right? I mean, they can't see what we can see, but I think they must have known. Can anyone get this victory point capped? Is the question. There's an orbital bombardment again. Hits absolutely nothing, but may buy time to cap. Chosen Plague Marines. Oh, the Plague Champion, that is. The Chosen Plague Marines died. Force Commander now capping. Red team seem depleted. Here comes another great unclean one. I mean, power isn't really being touched, is it? So they're able to throw things up. There's only so much requisition you have, though. One Stranglethorn and one Venom Cannon now for the Carnifexes. Here come the Bullgrins, suppressing those Termagants, as you see there. Oh, Stranglethorn doing huge, outrageous damage to those Guardsmen. They can break the retreats, though, can they? Oh, maybe not. They don't have the Commissars. Level 4, though. 2-1 for the red team. 90-odd VPs behind. But certainly not out of it. Got the stronger armies on the field at the moment. Nurgle Worship. I'm not sure how much this Plague Champion is doing with just the Plague Sword right now. Levels up to 3. Eats a Plasma Cannon shot. Here's that Stormblade. Oh, I think I hit terrain. That was an overcharge. You can see the tank is all electrified there. That's because the weapons get disabled for 5 seconds after that big one. It's usually worth doing because it means you can get a regular shot and then the overcharge shot kind of in a row. Manticore is up. And it's there. Can the red team push this though? They might need a nuke or two. Capillary Tower goes up. Speeding up these Tyranids, giving them some defensive bonuses. We do have some Plague Marines for Link. Oh, they ran. Force Commander's down over there. Oh, the Trojan Plague Marines are fine. I don't know what I thought I saw die. There's something around here. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. Trojan Plague Marines are fine. They're level 3, in fact. They were there the whole time. Was that not friendly fire? Looked like it should have been. It might be worth, I was going to say, it might be worth getting a Zone Throat to help heal up these Carnifexes. There's a double melter. That thing's going to need to stomp back to base, I think, and heal. Great unclean one here. There's a lot of stuff to threaten it, though. Tons of plasma guns around. Bullgrins can do some decent work against it, too. It's taking all the firepower right now. Oh, that was Emperor's Wrath over there. Even have plasma attacks. Great unclean one lumbers away. Certainly tanked a huge amount of damage there, but lost so much it may need to go back to base for fast healing. There's some Nurgle vomits. Lord Commissar runs away from it. Blue team hold the mid. And there's some Kashyyyk, and they've got some pretty nice plasma guns. Almost 20 DPS per. I think they get 2 of them. There's a Foul Snare. Did some good damage. Great unclean one survives. Here's a Chaos Predator for Link and a Chaos Predator for Death. Oh boy, Land Raider Redeemer now for Super Mega Ultra Panda. Awesome support vehicle, really powerful in this position. Because you can retreat back to it and stay in the fight quickly. Or rather, get back in the fight quickly. That is not a good use of your tank, Link. Not sure what's going on there. Just kind of blindly went forward into what they must have suspected was a whole bunch of stuff. Well, they got a decap. Was all of that just to distract for a decap? 216192. It's close, but the blue team definitely still in the ascendancy. It's hard for it's always hard to gauge like how well the enemy's doing sometimes, because if they realized how depleted the Plague Champions were before, they may have pushed through more aggressively onto the VP. But one of the reasons why they're so strong is because they've got these bunkers back here and they're falling back to them and staying stable. Land Raider moves up with Flamestorm cannons, Twin Assault Cannon and a multi-melter. delivering outrageous damage to poor Pablo, who has to run. Level 6, this guy. Has bonded exoskeleton now. .40 VPs in it. They can't grab the mid, or maybe they can. Some Sternguard veterans there just took a bunch of damage. Tyranno formation now. Probably will stop the cap. Yep. That's triple Carnifexes. That is nothing to take lightly. And the Land Raider gets too far forward. Yeah, there's double Venom Cannons over there. That is a huge amount of anti-vehicle DPS. And a tank with Mark of Pawn. They're going to get this Land Raider, I think. Maybe. It survives for now. Can the tank get it? He's trying to make it target. There he goes. They got the Land Raider. And that is worth losing a tank for, I'm telling you. It's not moving, though. It's not leaving. He's still happy to shoot. Sit here and shoot. Orbital going off. Noxious Cloud in there. Great Unclean One goes down. So does that tank. Force Commander went down doing something back there too. The Carnifexes all survived, and they did a really good job. Death now down to double Chaos Terminators. I mean, it's not a bad unit to have 2 of, is it? Plague Champion's down though. Baneblade on the way. Super Mega Ultra Panda just had a tank, but cancelled it. Oh. Lord Commissar gets through with the flak jacket and does get the cap. Look at that. That is clutch. Double now for blue. Bioplasma does stop the cap. Made them retreat anyway. I think they were technically still in range. Some repairs for the Stormblade, and here's that Baneblade. As a mega battle cannon on top. Demolisher cannon for disruption. Some las cannons, some heavy bolters. More of a generalist kind of all-purpose super heavy tank, that thing. Yeah, Plague Champion's going to have a rough time capping. Fetid armor, blight grenades. Have I noticed a single blight grenade hit? I don't think I have, but I am notoriously blind. Ravener Brood. Might have just been burrow striking in there to gather some intel. Scary Skelly. Is it worth getting a Neurothrope up now? Some anti-infantry and disruption. Must be very tempting yet to get another Carnifex, which is exactly what they did. They've got 2 super heavy tanks to deal with. So we may see another Venom Cannon. Some Plague Marines. What are you up to, fellas? Shooting a power node. Not the most amazing use of your time, I don't think. Link has a bunch of resources to spend. Huge amounts, in fact. Ouch. 207 to 130. Carnifex number 4 is coming. No idea what Link is doing over here. Very odd. Oh, they run away, okay. Plague Champion is alive and not moving. I think Link is getting very much overwhelmed here. Mid is uncapped. Blue team can't quite seem to put the nail in their coffin, away. And there's still triple Carnifexes. They are quite damaged though. Triple Carnifexes, and they have Venom Cannon from the Hive Tyrant. Can they get close enough to those tanks to shoot them though? Land Raider Phobos on the way for Link. Looks like maybe they've woken up a bit because they retreated the Plague Champion and they have these guys moving again. Maybe they were distracted by something. It happens. Or they got a lag spike, perhaps. Ouch. Huge damage to those Assault Marines there. They're level 3 as well. Some good plasma cannon shots on those Terminators. Need some Nurgle worship, those guys. There's no more Nurgle heretics alive, though. Not a good place to become Blast Masters, I don't think, fellas. I mean, they're going for it. Mass retreat again from Link. There's that Plague Champion. Comes out of base, now has a Plague Fist. Yeah, they're struggling to have an impact on the field at the moment, Link. Cap, says Mega Ultra Panda. Death also has a decent chunk of resources. Maybe waiting for a super unit. There's the 4th Carnifex. It did indeed get a Venom Cannon. So they have a Bioplasma that can disrupt and awesome anti-vehicle damage. And this guy can support with some suppression stuff going on. Link now getting some Heretics. Help them support with worship and repairs. It's not a bad shout. Can the Phobos help them push here? They have huge amounts of anti-vehicle, but can they bring it to bear? Veil down to a single Sentinel. They've been amazing, though. I mean, one's still here. Level 3 Plague Champion still only has a Plague Sword. This guy now with a Plague Fist, which is an amazing capping tool. You got to argue that they should both have a Plague Fist at the moment. Got to use Pestilent Strike there, buddy. Did they use it? I don't think they used it. I mean, he wouldn't have stopped them being knocked over. It might have helped something else, Cap. Land Raider Phobos goes way too far forward. Way too far forward. It killed something. Did he kill a Plasma Cannon maybe? But then it just gets rocked by the double big-ass tanks over there. Something died in there. Noise Marines, I think. Rocket Run. Oh, it knocked the Force Commander away. Force Commander might have been able to get that Carnifex. Kill it, says Panda. I think it's far enough away there now. Blue team surely have this. They're pushing up. Down goes the Hive Tyrant. Tier 3 Lictor come in. Try and steal their natural, I guess. Oh, something's already doing it. Some melee Raveners. Yep. Level 4 melee Raveners. Tanking a Land Raider. Able to get the decap. Level 7 Lord Commissar does indeed have the Emperor's Wrath going on. Sometimes the Emperor gets angry. Lord Commissar likes to tell you about it. Explosions. Go mid, says Panda. Surely they are mid. Oh, what are these guys doing? Looks like they're going for the enemy VP, maybe? Got melter guns on the Lord General. Level 10 with all of his retinue buddies in there. Vox Operator, the Commissar, and the medical guy. Seems a bit indecisive, or maybe they're waiting for this to start. Lictor Alpha going for a infiltrated decap. It does have fast capping and gets the decap really quick, but then takes huge amounts of firepower. What's Link doing? Link is dying. Death is already down. There's another Great Unclean One, and now a Chaos Dreadnought. We also have double Heretics. These guys are worshipping. Those guys were trying to bash over here, looks like. And they didn't get away. We have some Nurgle worship, though. And yeah, the Terminators haven't dropped a model for a while. We've got some sneaky Raveners with their burrowing. What can actually spot them here? Do artillery spotters have detection? They don't have the eye icon. I don't think they do. It's only Catachans and the Sentinels with the upgrade. Is there a... No, there's no Sergeant for the Scout Squad. Chosen Plague Winds getting tossed around. Great Unclean One's back. And they just cannot get that central VP back, eh? 1-to-1 here. There's those Raveners. Might get a decap. Can the red team do this? I thought they were way out of it. There's a foul snare doing huge amounts of disruption. They will run back to the Land Raider, which would be very good nuke bait right now. Oh, Carnifexes have been pushed back They're not close enough to threaten the Land Raider right now. Great King 1 fights a Force Commander. Force Commander dies. Can they get the Land Raider down? Sorry, the Great King 1 down. They can. Now, can they get the Land Raider down? We have the Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnought from Link for some anti-vehicle. Terminator trying to get close to the Great King 1, I think, so that they get healed by it. There we go. They're still very low. Triple Terminators getting blasted by from everywhere. Having to back off. That was invulnerability trying to get the cap. Couldn't quite do it. But they have a single red team. Those sneaky Raveners did get a decap. Are they going to leave the Bullgryns there now, maybe? Lick to Alpha. You can't infiltrate and cap. So yeah, it may just be sent away. Could have probably backed off there though. And snuck down the south side maybe. Big champion. Oh, look at that. Actually got a good light grenade throw there. Well done, buddy. Level 6. Infected armor and the fist. Another dreadnought for Link. Blue army panels are full of stuff right now. And they got the VP finally. There it is. 155 to 50. What are you? Are you the Licton or you're the Raveners sneaking around again? Yeah, Bullgryns are staying there with a Primaris Psyker to support them. With telekinetic dome and stuff, I suppose. Level U Force Commander, level 6. Do they have one last hurrah? Triple Dreadnoughts for Link. They sure do have huge amounts of anti-vehicle. Those tanks are slightly damaged. Lick to Alpha gets a decap, buying some time. Yeah, the Raveners hoping those guys leave. It might be possible to still get a decap, but it would be tricky. It would be very hard. Because, yeah, those Bullgryns are level 3, so they're doing some good damage. Assault Squad get in there, throw some melter bombs, I think, and run away. Hive Tyrant also ran away. As a bioplasma, it might be worth that guy getting his shield up so he can stay in these fights longer. That is nasty for those Assault Marines. Plague Champion goes down. Predator Tank goes down. Where's that last Dreadnought? It's still at base, it's not moving it. Carnifex is turned around. You've got to roll the dice here. Skelly, got to go for this. Can they get the Land Raider? I think they can. Land Raider goes down. Here comes another Carnifex. Imperial Abyss dropped in, but not dropped on a tank. It seems like he got some kills though. Terminator's getting very low. They drew a bunch of firepower though, away from the others. Lick to Alpha gets a decap again, down to 14 VPs though. Terminators. Terminators in there for Super Mega Ultra Panda. Looks like the Baneblade is going to fall. Yes, it does. More levels for the Carnifexes. Hive Tyrant helping out. Almost level 9 this guy, this Hive Tyrant. Not sure what happened to the Raveners in the end, but I guess they got scared off. Hive Tyrant trying to cap, throws up invulnerability. Terminator's taking a bunch of damage here. Bullgryns are off the VP now, look at that. They got the cap, I can't believe it. 154 to 14. Can they stop the Bullgryns capping though? Where's the other Carnifex? I guess it's back at base healing up. Dreadnoughts does make it out. Heretic trying to repair him. Lord... No, it's a Lord Commissar getting back up there. Blue team may just take the mid back immediately and see this one out, but that was a hell of a push by the red team. Good bioplat. Look at the damage that did, that shot. Level 3 Carnifex. Here comes another Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnought. Another Bioplasma to stop the cap there. Terminator's now showing up, and they get the Bullgrins out. They get the Bullgrins out of there. Tyranno formation. Good hits on those Stormtroopers there. The Stranglethorn Carnifex is back now. There's another Bioplasma. Commissar shield goes up for the Lord. The General gives I think it's a 55% damage resist. They got it. Oh, but look. Something decapped their naturalist, that Lictor Alpha. And here comes some Chosen Plague Marines. Level 4 Chosen Plague Marines. They will certainly threaten that Force Commander. Who's level 6. The mid is going on. Stormblade being threatened. Had to push up and do some work, but now it's severely threatened. Carnifex is getting low. Got to stop that plasma cannon firing. Ravna Brood were trying to get there. Force Commander doing what he can. Now got some Chosen Plague Marines to fight. Terminator's helping out though with Power Fists. And they're going to need to run. Ravna Brood showing up, but I don't think they can cap it. But Red Team with Pablo the Hive Tyrant get the Central VP for a double cap. Then he runs. Both Plague Champions are down. Carnifexes are all still standing somehow. So is the Stormblade though. What about you, Mr. Dreadnought? Just here for a good time, I think. I don't think he wants to survive. Down it goes. More Chaos Terminators. Looks like 2 of them were killed. But those guys don't make it out. There's a rocket run. Carnifexes should survive it, but they took big chunks of damage there. Big chunks. Big old chunks. Surely, Death, you have to... Got over 1,000 requisition. You've got to revive your Plague Champion, bud. How much of a difference would it have been if both of those Plague Champions had Armor of Pestilence and the Fist? How much of a difference that would have made to their capping power? Kasrkin on the way to Vel. I guess they lost the other fellas. 86-14. Red Team putting up a hell of a fight. Can Bullgrins get it done? Is there another Bioplasma in there? The Hive Tyrant has one. That's why they got it, to disrupt the caps. There it is. Doesn't stop the cap. 2-1. Force Commander shows up, level 7 now. Might hit level 8 before this game is done. Is that a rocket run? That's a creeping barrage from Vel. Flesh over steel against the Carnifex, even though it's also flesh. Terminator's wiped. Just desperation here from the Red Team. They've got a decap back there. I think the Raveners maybe got it and died. I'm not sure. Maybe it was the Lictor Alpha. Lictor Alpha's running, so maybe it was. Pablo goes down in the mid. Heroically trying to cap. Got the decap though. Oh, it's another Baneblade. It is another Baneblade. Can they see this out? Bioplasmas for days. Say no. Kasrkin can fast cap. And they can't Bioplasma again that quickly. There it is. Is that really the GG? Our Red Team spent 81-8. Looks like it is. 2-1 cap. Blue Team are going to take it, but it was a hell of a grind for them. Red Team pushed them to the edge with some good sneaky decaps. And if they could preserve their units better, the 2 Plague Champion players, they may have been able to push through. It was a hell of a thing they were fighting though, with bunkers supporting 2 heavy tanks and Land Raider Redeemers and that Force Commander. Hell of a thing to fight. Level 10 Lord General with a full retinue. Love to see it. Level 8 Force Commander went down at the end. Level 8 Lord Commissar. Don't know why he's retreating. Maybe he was in the middle getting in trouble. Level 6 Plague Champion for Link. Had some strange plays, Link. They might have been they were distracted, or they're just a new player, or just had a weird game. But they kept on plugging away. I liked all the Dreadnoughts at the end. Level 4 Plague Champion for Death, and a level 10 Hive Tyrant. You go, Pablo. Scary Skelly Dino Bug was awesome with all these Carnifexes. All level 4. I didn't all quite get level 4. Last one was level 3 there. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll have a fun game. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.